If you're looking for movies or TV shows featuring unfaithful wife movies in 2021, you just click on the right video. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on discovering great movies and TV shows again. Number 1, The Four of Us, 2021.
Ihr hattet Sex? Du hast...
Moment. So. Jetzt kann's weitergehen.
Love is put to the test. The daring experiment of Maria, Niels, Janina, and Ben requires nerves of steel. For 4 weeks, the two friendly couples, plagued by personal crises, swap partners. The only rule the four friends establish is clearly and unambiguously formulated. Everything is allowed, except romance intercourse. Of course, this ambitious attempt to steer love back on the right track is not without consequences. After more than just broken promises and hurt feelings, the four experimenters begin to openly question their own life and relationship models. In a remote beach house, the friends lay everything out in the open and are ultimately confronted with the difficult question. Number 2, The Wait, 2021.
Kiva, kun tulit. Mistä sä kirjoitat?
Naisten ja miesten välisistä suhteista.
Updated version of a 19th century romance set on an island in the Finland archipelago sea. Ellie, Inka Kalin, lives with her husband, Pastor Mikko, Aku Hirviniemi, on one of the archipelago islands off the southwestern Finnish city of Turku. One summer day, a stranger appears on the small island who turns out to be an acquaintance from the couple's past. Their childhood friend, Olav, Andre Allen. Olav's arrival forces Ellie to reevaluate her feelings for Mikko, as well as her deeply hidden desires and longings. The film is a contemporary adaptation of the 1899 romance novel Ellis's Youth. Number 3, Trust, 2021.
To me. Oh boy. You the husband?
Yeah, hi.
This is the poor Irish orphan we paid to fly over?
In Trust, Brooke, Victoria Justice, owns a New York art gallery, enjoys a perfect marriage with Owen, Matthew Daddario, and seems to have it all. But when she hires a new artist, a strikingly attractive painter with a habit of getting involved with married women, Lucian Laviscount, their chemistry is undeniable. Left alone at home while Brooke and the artist travel to Paris, Owen finds solace in a bar with a seductive and beautiful journalist, Catherine McNamara. The unshakable foundation of trust between Brooke and Owen begins to dissolve as they unwittingly push each other toward the very thing they fear most. Number 4, A Higher Law, 2021.
În cale, germanii. Mă rog, de aici, dar a fost plecat. S-a întors înapoi singur pentru neadaptare socială.
Follows a woman torn between freedom and faith as she strays from a suffocating marriage. Her moral dilemmas and soul-searching add considerable heft to a film that eventually ventures into more conventional stalker territory. Chelaru's confident handling of the material makes him a talent to watch and should guarantee extensive festival exposure, and perhaps some art house interest in territories that have previously supported key titles from the earlier Romanian New Wave. Number 5, The Story of My Wife, 2021. The Story of My Wife is a French drama film directed by Ildiko Enyedi and based on the book of the same name by Hungarian writer Milan Fust. The plot introduces us to Jacob Stor, G's Naber, a boat captain who makes a bet with his friend after entering a cafe. He will marry the first woman who enters the cafe after them, no matter who she is. So the first to enter the cafe is the charming Lizzie, Leia Seydoux, whom, true to his promise, Jacob promptly marries. However, as life is not a fairy tale, the captain's life will be exposed to many trials. Number 6, Woman in Car, 2021.
Sophia, this is my stepmother, Anne.
Woman in Car is a psychological drama produced, written, and directed by Vanya Rose that follows the story of Anne, a grieving widow living with her 7-year-old daughter in an opulent home in an exclusive Montreal neighborhood. While her new husband is in New York on business, He sees his stepson reappear after several years of absence. He arrives accompanied by a young Turkish woman with disturbing behavior, which unsettles Anne. She develops an obsession with the stranger and suspects that her guests want to stir up the past and bring back a deep pain. Number 7. Deception, 2021.
Je suis censée croire que cette Anglaise n'existe pas.
Pourquoi ça ne te suffit pas?
Pourquoi ton mari ne te suffit-il?
London, 1987. Philip, Denise Podalides, is a famous American writer living in exile in London. Bored by his staid marriage, he begins an affair with a much younger woman. He meets with his lover, Leia Seydoux, in his office, a refuge for the two lovers. Here they make love, argue, reconcile, and talk for hours about the women who shape his life, about anti-Semitism, literature, and about staying true to himself. In these moments, Philip blocks out his real life as a husband and father for a few moments. Film adaptation based on the novel of the same name by Philip Roth. Number 8. The Lost Daughter, 2021.
I can't remember much, actually.
In The Lost Daughter, Leda, Olivia Colman, is a middle-aged, divorced woman devoted to her academic career as an English teacher and to her daughters. When both daughters decide to go to Canada and stay with their father for the holidays, Leda anticipates her own life. However, despite feeling embarrassed by the feeling of loneliness, she begins to feel lighter and more relaxed and decides to go to a coastal town in Greece. However, as the days pass, Leda encounters a family whose mere existence reminds her of the difficult times and sacrifices she had to make as a mother. Number 9. The Last Letter from Your Lover, 2021.
So happy.
My husband wants us to return to London immediately.
A young journalist in London becomes obsessed with a series of letters she discovers that recounts an intense, star-crossed love affair from the 1960s. The Last Letter from Your Lover follows young Jennifer Sterling, Shailene Woodley, between past and present after waking up with no memory in 1960s London. She discovers she wrote several love letters to a lover named Anthony O'Hare, Callum Turner, for whom she was willing to risk her marriage. 40 years later, journalist Ellie Howarth, Felicity Jones, finds the same letters and decides to investigate what happened in the past, while also trying to deal with her own relationship problems. Number 10. My Wonderful Life, 2021. Joanna perfectly plays the roles of a loving daughter, a laid-back mother, a popular teacher, and a wife you can count on for anything. But it's been a long time since she felt the same way playing these different roles. That's why she leads a double life, harboring a secret she won't share with anyone. Because if anyone found out, it would mean the end of everything that seems so wonderful in her world. It's the story of a woman who no longer wants to be a good girl. But is her courage enough to rebel, shake up her marriage, lose her reputation, and pursue what truly matters?